Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? Nice to see you all. Welcome along to That's Good for Footy, the family and friendly live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. The shows are for the passionate supporters, and I know that's you guys, isn't it? Well, it is down here. I don't know about over there, but yeah. All right. This show allows you to see the players be themselves. I'm ready. Let's go. It's Essendon show. It's September the 18th in 2024. Please welcome to the show. He's our first panellist. He was born on the 28th of September, which means he's got a birthday coming up shortly, in 2000. He's played a total of 78 games and he's kicked a total of 26 goals. He made his AFL debut in 2019, and when he plays for the Essendon Football Club, he wears the number 6 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Jai Caldwell.
Up to win the premiership flag. Our boys who play this grand old game are always striving for glory and
Thank
fame.
you. Well done. Nice, very nice. Ooh, what do you got down there? Oh, very nice. He'll like that later on. Very good. That was great. Thank you very much for welcoming to the show. That's the kind of response we want. We want you to carry that through to the next guy because, you know, he might be a little bit nervous out the back, so you've got to make him feel welcome, all right? Let's get him out here. He was born on the 14th of July in 2005. He's played a total of 10 games and he's kicked a total of 9 goals. He made his AFL debut this year, and when he plays for the Essendon Football Club, he wears the number 30 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Nate Caddy.
To win the premiership flag. Our boys who play this grand old game are always striving for glory.
Very nice, very nice. You're a little bit subdued. Are you all just like waiting to unloosen your belts or something, you know? I want you to get excited, and it was nice that you welcomed them both out here. Let's just start with this. How are you, boys? How's everything going at the moment? There's no football, and how are you going?
Very well. I had surgery recently on my hip, which I struggled with during the season, but other than that, I'm pretty cruisy at the moment.
How did everything go, and how's the rehab going, and how are you feeling about, you know, the extent of where it was and to where you are now?
Yeah, it's something that I need to get done. It's something that was hanging around for a while now, and to get that done and to know that in the future now it's not going to hang around, it's something that, I was looking forward to for sure.
Okay. And what about you, Nate? What's been happening with you over the last couple of weeks?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. No surgeries or anything, so I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
But just trying to keep active and see some mates and play a bit of golf.
Tell me, how did your first year go for you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Good.
I played 10 games in the end, which was a bit of a goal for me at the start of the year, which was good, and got to know all the boys, which was good, and
awesome.
Build some connections, which was
good. Good. Well, let's build some connections with you, me, and them right now. Let's do it. Let's do it in our first little segment. It's called What About Me? See, there's it all going on here, isn't it? Yeah. Told you.
It's good.
All right, let's find out a little bit more about you and your journey to get here. I want to know about your first day. First day at the new job, you turn up at the Essendon hangar, you've got to walk in, you've got to find your place to park. Well, obviously there's a big car park out there, so that's not too bad. Then you walk in, you go up the steps and you walk in. Who greeted you? Did you know which door to go into when you got there? Was there someone there that said, oh, hello, how are you? Let's take you through. What was the feeling like for you turning up to Essendon, first day on a new job?
Yeah, it was a bit of a confusing one actually. When I rocked up in 2020, the hangar was actually under construction. They were building that new bit there, so I had to try and find my way around there somehow, which I had no idea where to go. But I'm a bit of an introvert, so when I got there, I got met with Chris Byrne, our PDM, and I didn't really know many of the boys, to be honest. I knew of Big Drapes and Guelph previously, but rolling it was actually pretty daunting. Starting at a new club, and it's spent 2 years at my previous club, and then now coming in and building relationships with everyone else again. It's a pretty scary thing, but I found myself around pretty quickly. It is a big building. You do get lost, but it does take a bit of time.
What's the atmosphere like for you? And I'll get to you in a second, Nate. But you've walked in and you see all the Premiership Cups. You see the history. You know that you're walking into an environment that is just staunch in not only its history but also the credibility that goes with all that, and the players that have been there before you. I always talk about the jumper that you're wearing. It's one of the things that it's passed on. You get to wear it, and it's a privilege to do so. But now you've actually walking in, you're going, I'm going to be playing for this club now. This is it. I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely. You walk around, you see all the cups in the corridor, and it feels pretty surreal looking at them every day. But even when you come into our locker rooms with your numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have all the players that've worn the jumper before you, like the BNF winners, played 100 games, premiership team. So there's a good list of players before you, and you look at that each morning. It's pretty cool seeing who's worn the 6 before you, but then now you walk in, and now it's your turn to make history in that jumper.
Absolutely. Tell us what it was like for you, Nate. I mean, we have already alluded to the fact about how many games that you played, but what was it like walking in for you? Were you early? Were you late?
No, I was a day early. I was actually supposed to come in I think I got drafted on Monday or Tuesday. I came in the next day. So, and I wasn't supposed to be there, so they weren't prepared for me. So I ended up walking around with Chris Byrne. He was saying, just walking around by his hip all day, and everyone was just saying hello to everyone, not knowing what was going on. But it was good. Like I remember walking in, and Peter Wright was getting a rub down, and I was like, this is different. But because I was never a rub down type of guy, but but now I am. But it's.
I love it. I wasn't a rub down type of guy, but I am now. I like that.
No, it was definitely daunting, and I left thinking that everyone hated me, but everyone kind of was welcoming. And,
good on you, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well done.
They're good to me now. Yeah.
Good on you. I like it. What was growing up like for you? Tell us a little bit more about your family and your childhood. Something we wouldn't be able to find out about you from Wikipedia.
I had a great upbringing, actually. I came from Bendigo, but I'm going to say the boxing, but I think everyone knows about that. Yeah. What else is there?
What was the boxing?
Huh?
I've never heard of the boxing.
Haven't you? Oh, well, when I was younger, usually I don't say it because every time we get interviewed, it always comes up in some way. But when I was 16, I became a boxer. Okay. I had a couple of fights and got the Vic title. So
did you really? Congratulations! I didn't know all that. So
well, there you go. That's a good one.
I didn't even go on Wikipedia. I thought I'd bring you out and you'll tell us. So that's great. Hey, how many fights did you have?
Just 2.
Okay, well done. All right, congratulations.
Yeah, both won.
Very nice. Yeah.
Few concussions maybe, but we're still here.
Nothing the AFL can't handle. Yeah. I go there. Nate, tell us a little bit about your upbringing and your family and so forth.
I grew up in the northern suburbs of Melbourne in Yarrambat. Yep. It's kind of like a country town in the middle of a few bigger towns. But it was, I was pretty boring, to be honest. I grew up, went to Parade, in school, not too far from here, and I didn't do much. My life was pretty much just go to the footy oval, sometimes go to school, and then play footy on the weekends.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
it's just growing up.
It's pretty much, it wasn't nothing exciting like his, but yeah.
Tell us about Josh. How much of an influence has he had on you?
When I was growing up, he was in Geelong, so I obviously didn't see him as much, but he trained with me a fair bit through the COVID period and everything, and taught me a fair bit, which is good, and took what he taught me and then tried to take it out in the footy field.
Yeah, good on you. Well, it's a start, moving in the right direction. 10 games, mate. Congratulations, you're there. Share us your childhood memories. Basically, I want to know about your early days of you getting into football, your junior football, your local, your AFL games. Can you remember like jumping on the train, going in with your old man, the family, where they all get on and head off to the football together? Were you going in to see Essendon games? Were you going in to see who? Tell us about that.
No, I didn't actually go to Melbourne much at all. My old man hated the train, the old V line, so we didn't jump on the train much. But when I was younger, I used to play for Golden Square in Bendigo, and just each weekend was a good memory for mine. You'd rock up, you'd play in the 12s or 14s when you're a young fellow, and then you'd come watch the seniors play, and you'd build that connection around the club. It's something that you look back now, and it's pretty special to have that bond with everyone back there as well. So that's pretty cool.
For sure. Nate?
I grew up kind of following my uncle, so Gold Coast, Geelong, and then Richmond. But Richmond, when he went, they were winning, so it was easy to follow them. And then, so we used to go to footy whenever we could, and saw a few grand finals, which is cool. And like my local club was Yarrambat, as I said, and that was cool. We used to go there every Thursday, get a Palmer and everything, play on a Sunday, and like all the ages would play. There was no senior club, so it was just kids and everything. But after the games, everyone would come and get some food, and it was a good community.
Yeah, bonding stuff.
Yeah, that was good. That's what got me into footy, and
good.
I still go down there every now and then.
Yeah, family focused and all of those abilities. What I want to know now, because I was speaking about family, does the family now barrack for who you play for? I know that they would have had alliances and allegiances with previous clubs, as you were growing up or even now. Tell me, have they all jumped on board? Are they all over to the Bombers?
Yep. So when I got traded to the Bombers, my parents, their most hated team was actually Essendon. So it took them a while to get over, but I've got them now. So they come every game and they're in the room, so it's all good.
Excellent. I like it. All right. What about you, Nate?
It was they were pretty neutral, to be honest. They with Josh moving so often, they never got really into a club.
Yep.
So as soon as I got drafted, they all got memberships and came to every game. And I'd say they're all Essendon supporters, but I don't know. Mate, I'd hope so, anyways.
Asking that, are we talking brothers, sisters? What are we talking, mum and dad?
I'd say most of my family, I'd hope. But, I think there's like a bit of a half and half, because one of my cousins on my dad's side is Ned Reeves. So half of them are Hawthorn, half of them are Essendon, and they started going all right towards the end of the season. So maybe a few of them jumped ships and got over that side. Yeah, but we'll see what I don't know. To be honest.
I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here. Winners, we all go there. When they're not so, we might come back. Well, we'll see where we go from there.
It's easier that way.
Yeah, it is. All right. Who's been your best mate since you arrived at the Essendon Football Club?
Probably hard to go past Draper. As you can tell, he's an outgoing guy, and he made me feel really settled at the club. But we've got a pretty good group there now. We've got a young group coming through. Nate's coming the doors. I feel like I'm not even that much older than you, but I'm about 5-6 years older than him. But you're
just
probably
turned 19,
older than me. But it's probably Drapes will go off it, I reckon.
All right. Who's been your best mate since you got there?
I was good mates with Archie Roberts through the under-18s. We played Vic Metro and everything together. But since I've been to the club, probably Ben Hobbs has been one of my good mates.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
I want to know, since you became mates, or leading up to the point of becoming mates, did you think you'd have a lot in common? Has it spun you out that you probably got more in common than you thought? Has that been the situation with you and
With
Drapes?
us too?
Yeah. I wouldn't, not just you two, but with Drapes. He being one of your best mates.
I don't know, it's hard to say. You just find each other so weird, and I feel like you all just get along because you find each other different. I feel like it's pretty vanilla.
Everyone's got their own idiosyncrasies.
Own interests, facts about them, and how they act. It's if you ever seen a change room, it's you probably might get a bit freaked out, I reckon. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But is there a hobby, or is there something that he does that you went, oh, wow, I've got an interest in that too? Was there anything like that?
Oh, not really.
No? Like you don't play, say, Fortnite together, or you wouldn't hook up and go to a car show, or
No,
nothing
well,
like
we
that?
it's more just go for coffees. I feel like.
All right.
Bit of a breakfast guy. I like eating food, so and he's a big guy too.
Yeah.
We just go
That's
have some
good
food.
enough reason.
Yep.
The only reason I ask is because obviously football is so centric when you're in it. It's nice to get away from it, and then other times you can find there's situations that come out of nothing. Aspects of that. Anything like that has happened for you out of your friendships?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Like everyone's very different. There's not one person in the whole club that's the exact same, but we've all got the same common interest, which is footy. And it's just more about building the relationship off the field, trying to work out what they're good at and what they like and everything. And but it takes a while to build the right connection and everything. But they're all great blokes anyway,
Cool.
so it wasn't too hard.
When you were a kid growing up, did you used to get dressed up in footy gear at all?
Yeah, so I used to go up. I used to barrack for St Kilda growing up.
Okay.
And my favourite player was Lenny Hayes. So I had Lenny Hayes, number 7 on the back. Tough nut. And when I went to the Giants, actually, he was my midfield coach. So
Yeah, right. Okay.
that was a pretty surreal moment as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had the Dusty cut for a bit. In 2017, the shaved front and the bit at the back. But I was the number 4 as well growing up. So
there you go.
Yeah, he was probably the one I wanted to. And then my first game, I played against him, which was cool. But
how'd you go?
nah, no good.
I had to ask.
No, it wasn't too bad. He was.
You're developing. He's
yeah.
302 games.
Yeah,
I hear you. Did you used to collect footy cards when you were growing up? And can you remember seeing your first one and signing it?
No, never did any of that.
Really?
No.
I did. I was huge into it. I spent that much money on it. It wasn't fun.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Tell me more. I want to.
Well, I've got all of them at home still, all collected and everything. I used to get it. I'd get the
Folders?
whole folders.
Yeah.
And every year for probably 6 years or so. And Mum reckons she spent about $1,000 a year each.
Wow, cool.
I was bad. I was good at convincing her. It was no good. But,
Do you still have them?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I got the folders still. Yeah, at home. Yeah, she kept them. She's a hoarder. She still everything I've got from when I was a kid. She keeps.
I've still got Scanlon cards, and I can still smell the bubblegum in them. It's unbelievable. So, hey, I hear you loud and clear. Tell me what it was like when has anyone ever come up to you and said, Nate, can you sign this? You know, what's that? And it's a card of you?
Yeah, there was a card that they made when I first got drafted, and I had to sign a few of those, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
But I'm not. I used to collect they're called the team coach ones.
Okay.
And I'm not on those yet. So
Right.
I haven't signed any of those yet.
Wow. What was it like when you first saw it?
Nah, it was cool.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, they're right. They're cool.
I used to collect these too.
Yeah, same. Yeah. It's
Have
cool.
you signed?
I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different ones, isn't there? Like I know I've signed footy cards myself, but not the ones that you sort of collect when you're younger that go in the folders.
Yeah,
Those ones. Yeah, I've signed plenty of them.
Okay, cool. All right. Your first game is a pretty significant part of your football journey, especially to family and friends. So much so that it's done as a highlight package for all to see on social media. What I wanted to ask you is, do you remember when you were told about your first game and when you'd be playing? And do you remember the memories associated with that?
Yep. So I remember I was at the Giants when I was 2019, and I remember I was sitting up in my bed and. I got a phone call from our PDM saying you need to pack your bags, you're coming to Canberra because Jacob, I wasn't actually originally in the team.
Yep.
Jacob Hopper did his hamstring at Captain's Run, so I had to pack my bags and get on a flight and play that next night. What was that, on a Friday night in Canberra against the Hawks, but that was the night when it started snowing as well. So that was my first game, and
no way.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I've never been to the snow either, so
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Did you make a snowman? No.
Yeah, and then I remember the first quarter I was playing. I think I had like 8 touches in the first. I was like, this AFL is pretty easy, isn't it? Like going around, and then I think I ended up with 12. So
Okay. All of a sudden, come straight back down to
quickly
earth.
fell back down. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Tell us about yours, Nate.
Yeah, well, mine's obviously a lot more recent than his, but it was cool. Like it was during training. I'd kind of thought I was a bit of a chance because everyone was kind of getting the cameras out. I kind of knew they got all the cameras out and everything. They started recording, and they brought a team meeting into the hangar.
Right.
And they announced that Brad Scott sent a nice message and everything, and everyone got around me, which is cool. And and then the social media the next couple of days blew up, and it was cool feeling.
Get on you, excellent. Tell us what the emotion was like for you when you put the jumper on for the first time down in the change rooms. And I want to talk about it. I want to build a little bit of theatre because, as I spoke about before, you've been past the jumper. You're part of now the Essendon Football Club. You know the history. You're down there and you're like looking at it and you're about to slip it on, red sash. This is not from Kmart. This is a real deal, you know. You're about to go out and play for the Essendon Football Club. What was it like putting that jumper on for the first time?
Yeah, it was mad. We had these special boxes that we get given, and we had
like a gift pack,
box in the room for my first game a few years ago now. But yeah, it was just awesome. I was touched on it before how you walk in and see the in your locker you have all the people who've worn the jumper before you, and for them to write a letter as well. I had Sean, what's the number 6 again? Sean what? Sean Wellman, yep. Had Sean Wellman write me a letter and congratulate me as well because he was still at the club at the time. And then it just reflects back to them now as he's given you the jumper to wear now. So I remember
custodian.
Custodian now, and now when you put that on, you still get that pinch every time.
That's brilliant. Well said. Tell us what it was like for you, Nate.
Kyle Langford handed me my jersey because when he got drafted, he was number 30 as well.
Okay.
It was kind of a cool moment to see that, because he's a good player in the competition, and he passed me my jumper, sent a nice message, and then my dad got up, started speaking for too long, and then started crying. I'd never seen him. I'd never seen him start. I'd never seen him cry before, which was weird. I was standing in front of everyone, just kind of like looking at him.
Where are we going with this, Dad?
And then we do this thing before a game where we don't put on our jerseys before we sit in a circle and we speak to each other and about what we want out of the game, and not knowing before, and no one told me either. I just whacked it on and went and jumped in the circle, and then I realised no one had put it on, and so I took it straight off, and they spoke to me. Andrew McGrath normally does it, so Andrew McGrath gave me a nice speech as well, and then went out and played. It was good.
How's that? So you turn up a day early, you put your jumper on when you're not supposed to. This is not bad. Yeah. Seeing the pattern there too. Well done, mate. Can you remember how sore you were the day after your first game, your first real hit out? How do you feel emotionally? How did you feel emotionally after that experience? So it's your first game, you played it. How sore were you?
Oh, mate, it's nothing you've experienced. Yeah. It's even mentally as well. Even a build-up of a game is... it's something that you haven't experienced before, which I'm conditioned to now, thank God. But the first game you pull up horrendously.
Yeah, I was actually alright for the first 2 games, but my third game was against Collingwood, and it was real hot, and I started cramping in the third quarter.
Right.
And I remember waking up the next morning and just thought I was dying. We had a long break, which was good. We had an 8-day break, so I got to get away from so no one could see me so sore. But that was probably when I realised I'm like, I need to get a bit fitter.
Wow, conditioning from here on in. Let's talk about this, boys. There's 720 players in the AFL system. You're the best at either what you do. In order to be either selected or considered, you have to be outstanding at your craft or be gifted with natural ability. Recognising this is one thing, being consistent at it is another. There's always pressure around selection. Coupled in with this is form and injury setbacks. This plus puts enormous pressure on you as a person. What is the one thing that you do to keep yourself consistent and focused as an AFL footballer?
I have a guideline that I stick to. I've sort of started doing it this year, but I see a psych away from the club. We have a mental skills coach at the club that I see here and there, but I feel like now that I've found a good groove and my stuff away from the club, that's probably where I get most of my improvement, I think, is that stuff, which is extra massage, Pilates, so, all the stuff that people don't really see, and a big one for that is probably the psych that I see, because you don't realise how draining it can be at times, and if you dwell on performances or if you hold on to a performance, if you play really well going into next week, it always doesn't level up. So that'd be the one for me, I think.
Excellent, perfect answer.
Yeah, mine's just trying to go as hard as I can at every game.
Yes.
Kind of keeping even, going into the game with the same mindset every week, and whether I played good or bad, I try to stay with like the same mindset and don't get too up on myself or don't get too down on myself as well. So
absolutely.
So that I can go into the week feeling good, and then I have a routine I stick to during the week that allows me to feel as good as I can for the game. Yeah.
We talk about 24 million people, 25 million people in Australia. 720 of them play AFL. So it's a privilege to get out there and whack on the jumper, as we've spoken about. But you've got to be consistent at that. We talk about form, we talk about mindset, we talk about you heading off and going seeing site coaches. It's all relevant when it comes to you being able to perform at the highest level. So there's a lot of pressure that surrounds that. That's why I bring up that point as well. Do you watch a lot of footy on TV? And if you do you watch it with the sound up or down?
I don't watch footy at all, to be honest.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Maybe I might watch a quarter. If I might play on a Sunday, I might watch a quarter Friday night, or if I play Friday, I might watch one Sunday night, a quarter or a half. But I try and, as part of my routine, I try and just stick away from footy altogether.
Nice. Just before you answer, I had Jamari Ugle-Hagan on the show the other week, and I asked him the same question. The last game he watched was when Buddy Franklin kicked his 1,000th goal. He just does not watch football at all. Only problem is he doesn't know who the defenders are.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
Yeah. Worked for him this year, kicked a few goals.
There you go. Sorry about that, Nate.
No, it's probably smart. I watch a bit. During the season, not really, but now that finals is on, I've watched a fair bit of it. Just with my mates. My mates come over. We have this thing every weekend. We come and cook steaks at my joint and watch a footy. And but other than that, not during the year I didn't really. But recently I have. I've got a few mates that are playing as well at the moment. So, but it's not something I don't.
You're not an avid watcher.
Nah,
no,
really.
Just here and there. I spoke about talking about post game. I just want to go back to pre-game. We spoke about you being told that you're going to play for the Essendon Football Club, but what was it like knowing that you are about to, whether it was a Friday night game, Saturday game, whatever? How did you sleep the night before? Did you wake up? Did you have butterflies? Were you like, mate, I'm cool, I'm ready to go for this? Have a normal breakfast, or no, didn't eat, my head was spinning? Tell us about what it was like.
It's a while ago now. I can't really remember, to be honest. I think I was shit myself, I think, from memory.
That's a normal response.
From memory, yeah. But I think everything was played. The only annoying thing was it was a night game. When you play like a 1 o'clock game, it's easy as you wake up, go to the toilet, cook your breakfast.
You can have a routine, so to speak.
And you're straight to the game, and then you don't really think about it too much. But we play a lot of night games, so you're sort of stewing on it the whole day, and you're just waiting around, overthinking it. So I think that from memory, I was peel me pants.
Yeah.
But we lost, so
yeah. Okay.
Don't matter.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. There's a funny story actually. I kind of went into the game with the same mindset. Like I wanted to wake up, and I wanted to play a day game, but it was a night game. Okay. And so I thought, all right, how can I make the day go as quick as possible? So I stayed up till 5 in the morning.
No way.
Yeah. And I woke up at like 3:30, and then went straight to the game, and it played it like it was an afternoon game, and it worked for me. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What a way to combat it.
Have you done that again?
Nah.
No.
That was a one-off.
It was stupid. I don't know what I was doing. Because then I was up, because we had training, I'm pretty sure not the next day, the day after, and I was still hardly slept, so
it
stuffed up my sleep.
How sad.
Yeah, so it was bad. Yeah, but actually it worked for me because I came into the game feeling grouse, but probably wouldn't do it again. Yeah.
I got to ask, how'd you go?
I went alright. I had a couple shots at goal in the first quarter, and then it was just real wet, so it was not a day for me, but it wasn't too bad. I took a few good marks.
How's that, mate? That's hilarious. Wow. Find out a lot on these shows. I like that. Before a big game, do you like your own space? Are you nervous? Are you anxious, talkative? Or do you like just to be quiet and just go through your routine? Which sort of a person are you?
I like to keep to myself a fair bit, but I live with Matt Guelphy, so it's pretty hard to do that sometimes.
He said the same about you when he was on the show.
No doubt he would. No, we've got a little thing going on at the moment. We not like that, but we
Just to be clear.
We've stuck to a beef stir fry throughout the year. We've changed our diets and we sort of eat most of the same stuff now. So we do that the night before a game, but during the day we go for a walk together, get a coffee together. We do most things together. I'll have a nap. I'll have a nap in the afternoon. That won't be together.
With him?
But no, I'll just try and float by really and just stick to the same routine.
Wow, that's great. Sometimes you just got to hold it right there. Nate, tell us a little bit about you. What sort of a footballer are you when it comes to pre-game?
Yeah, anxious. I don't like talking to anyone. If anyone brings up footy, I get angry at them. Yeah, I try to stay away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
my girlfriend, she first game she talks too much in the car. So I said,
Never again.
No, I banned her. So she goes with mum. So she comes in with my mum and I drive by myself. It's better.
How's that? That's great. Well done. I love your honesty. That's brilliant. As an elite footballer, what is something that you want to be recognised for? Is it a match winner, a leader, a consistent contributor, a reliable teammate, or someone who always gives their all? Which one do you reckon you'd be? One or all?
I reckon someone who gives my all.
Yeah.
I feel like I try and play with 100% each game, so I try and live by that.
Yep, you look like you do that. Nate?
Match winner.
Match winner, yes. Yes. That's what I love. Well done. He's warming to this really quickly, isn't he? Yeah, well done, Nate. I like it, mate. Outside of a grand final, what's more important, playing in marquee games or playing footy with your mates?
I would say playing footy with your mates.
Yep, okay.
I don't know. Both are pretty cool, but playing with your mates is a lot better. If you're playing with people you don't like, it's no fun. But if you're out there enjoying yourself, and it doesn't matter where you're playing, it's good fun.
Very true, mate. It's no good playing with someone if you don't like them. I get that. Yeah, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. What's your favourite spot on the ground and distance to kick from when you're going for goal? I know you play different roles,
Goal square.
Goal square?
Yeah, just goal square. Yeah.
Every day of the week.
30 out, straight in front. You can't miss those.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I reckon more for me 30 plus. I feel like that I get a bit anxious when I'm a bit under 30 plus, but when you're like 40, 45,
no angle, straight in front.
No, a bit of an angle, but you put the foot in it a bit more, and you actually kick through the ball.
Nice.
But when you're a bit close, I sort of jar up and try and nurse it through a bit. So so I try and get him out.
You're in on the run, man.
I've missed a few this year on the run.
He's done a few.
I've got to practice that over the off season.
Good. What has been your favourite or most enjoyable game that you played this year? For you. Not what the fans might think, just for you.
I reckon probably the GWS game, I think. I feel like that was probably the Fremantle game, actually. I'll take that back. We probably had 3 or 4 weeks where we didn't perform the week before that, and come out, I think it was around 20, and win by a point in the way it did was pretty cool. And then that sort of gave us a bit of belief as well. So it was a pretty solid game.
Yeah, good. What about you, Nate?
The Collingwood game, I think, it was my third game. It was pretty. I was pretty nervous for it. It was a pretty big game, and we drew to them the first time, and I didn't play that game, so I came in, gave it a red hot crack, and we won, which is good. Yeah.
Brilliant. Always good when you get it across the line. Hey, fans love it when the key forwards are up and about and they're on song. How infectious is it throughout the playing group when you can see the boys look like they're having a bit of a day out? Tell us for you, and you're saying, oh man, these guys are on
it's good. I get out of the centre square if I see Nate or Langers marking them, Peter Wright, you just kick it straight to them and they're clunking them, and you just feed them the whole night, and the midfield group get together and I'm like, target them.
And tell us about how's your ego feeling when that's happening as well, because if you hit them lace out on the chest and they go back and convert, mate, you get to share in that celebration as well.
Exactly. You build a good connection as well with your forwards. I feel like especially us midfielders,
Yeah.
They can get a bit cranky sometimes if the ball's not put on their chest. They have to do a bit of work.
Yep. Silver service.
Silver spoon. So, we try and build that connection through the week. And if you get a couple during the game, we scratch each other's backs there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always good seeing the midfielders having a good day. You look on the big screen and see how many touches they got in the first quarter, and it's normally Jai or Zarrett or Zach Merritt, sorry, and you're always looking up and thinking, geez, he's had a fair bit of it this quarter. Or I think I remember one of your games, you had like 22 at half time, and I'm like, Jai's on. Jai's having a good game. So it's always good to see those boys having a good game, for sure.
We talk about the midfielders, but let's talk about you, because you're down the forward line. You talk about Harrison, you talk about Peter Wright, you talk about Drapes, you can talk about anybody else, Jakey Stringer.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody, when they're up and about, how much confidence does that come onto you?
Yeah, of course. Jakey Stringer had a few big games when I was playing, my first couple of games, and that was pretty cool to see. I probably celebrated a bit too hard, but he's had a few good games. It's always a good feeling. Gets the energy out.
Yeah, nice. When it comes to flying, and obviously you have to have a few games interstate as the season rolls around, do you take a pillow, do you take headphones, streaming devices, do you listen to music, do you watch movies? What sort of a flyer are you?
Yep, so I bring a Tempura pillow I use, swear by it, and also a Mantra eye mask, sleep mask.
Wow, sounds like a product endorsement.
Yeah, so I swear by it. It's probably last couple of years, and if I don't have that, I struggle to sleep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, please.
Probably on the other end of the scale, I don't bring anything really. Just I've only had two, so. I brought my phone, watched a bit of I think I saved a TV show and watched that, and then had my headphones, and that was me. I was
Simple
sweet.
things in life, my
and then the
friend.
hotel pillows, not the good ones like Jai.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Hey, locker room energy is something that can be infectious. Who is the player down at the Essendon Football Club who thrives on this, and who brings that environment and vibe?
It was definitely Nick Hine. During the year.
Yes.
But he's gone for next year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Who else is there? You got people you expect. Draper loves a bit of energy in the rooms. Who else is there?
Guelph's not bad when he's on.
Guelph's
he's in the corner
when he's
there.
on. Hobbsy can stir up a crowd a bit.
Yep. The boys
Jaden Laverde is on music.
Yeah,
he's
Laverde.
always playing the music.
Okay.
The music doesn't stop when he's in there.
Yep.
That's about it, really.
Yeah, okay.
Heine used to love fizzing up Toddy Goldstein.
Right.
So he used to fizz him up, and then Toddy didn't know what to do. He's probably 10 years older than him, and he's just trying to keep up with the times, a big fella, but he gets a bit rattled.
I hear. Hey, which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? The smell of deep heat, going back to your junior years, the smell of fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, the footy in your hands, or the sound of the Essendon Football Club crowd?
I like going out in the field before the game and having some shots near the crowd, and if I kick some, they get around me. That gets me up, which is cool. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I've said the crowd as well. When you're walking out MCG and you can slap the supporters when you're coming out of the race, that's pretty cool for sure.
In a nice, polite way.
On the hand.
I hear. Just checking, mate. Hey, the siren has gone. You're trailing by 5. Which player do you hope has got the ball in the hands to help you win the game?
Sam Durham's won a few.
Oh,
Yeah, it does. It's kicked a couple.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go Langford.
Okay. Yep.
I think.
All right. Yep. And you'd be happy with Sam Durham?
I was Sam Durham.
Yeah,
he's won a few. We won one last year when I wasn't there, and then won one. Well, we kicked a point to win it this year.
Yeah. All right. You've taken a mark on the boundary line inside the forward 50, and the opposition fans are giving it to you over the fence. How much of what they are saying are you using as motivation or stimulation, and how good is it when you see the ball sail over the goal umpire's head for a 6-pointer? What is then your first reaction?
It's actually sort of hard because when you're doing that, you can hear everything they're saying, but you're just trying to block it out. And some of the stuff they say is actually pretty funny, to be fair. But then you can't give them anything because you're obviously on the camera, and you probably get an earful from Scotty as well. So, you try and stick through your routine, kick it over your head, and you just look around and just give them a nod, I think. It's like what Langers did the other year. What did he do? Anzac Day, someone threw the ball and he kicked the goal and pointed at him. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was a good one. But
that was good.
You can't get away with much now in AFL.
No.
You get done for most things.
Yeah,
But
I hear.
I actually haven't had a proper shot. Well, I've had a shot from the boundary and I've missed, but the whole time I was just thinking about the celebration I'd turn around and do because it was right behind the crowd in the Collingwood fans, but I missed, so I didn't get the chance to. So. But I haven't had one sail through yet. But when I will, I'll give it something. Yeah.
Good. I can't wait to see it. Maybe you'll turn around and go, that's good for footy or something. Who knows? That'd be fantastic. Well done. You've just kicked a team lifting goal. You look up and you watch the replay on the big screen and you actually catch a glimpse of yourself. And you see yourself in a full body muscle flex. Is there a point where you look at it and go, that's not bad?
It's actually funny one that, because I've spoken about this to a few guys. You try and look at yourself, but then you act like you're not. Like you're sort of like walking around, and then you might look up after a goal and just be like, oh, yep, all right. And then it's still on you, and then like you look at the other end, and then, but you don't want to get caught looking at yourself with the camera. So there's a fine line with it.
Yeah, I actually caught myself mid said shot, actually looking at myself, like seeing if I looked alright. I noticed after I kicked it, and I'm like, fuck, what was I doing? I kicked it though, so I should keep doing it. But yeah, it was. I noticed after, and was
Mate, that's brilliant. I just love that. I reckon that's fantastic. When it comes to celebrating a goal, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Oh, nothing, to be honest.
No,
So I
it just comes out, just
comes out, which is weirdly enough.
Yeah,
it just
no,
flows.
Good. Yeah, good.
I always come into the game with like celebrations I'm going to do, and then I just never do them. I end up just getting too excited and then just running around looking like
You're a double arm pumper, aren't you?
Yeah, I am always, and I don't mean it either. I don't mean to do it, but
Wow. All right. You walk into a pub or into a bar and the footy is on. At what point are you conscious of the fact that that's actually what you do for a living?
It's a bit weird actually. Like it's especially you got people there watching it with you who know who you are, and if you get photos and stuff like that, it's a bit like that. But it's not too bad, I think. Okay. Like it's a few beers with them or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
nice.
yeah.
Okay, Nate.
I don't even think I've noticed, to be honest.
Yeah,
I might have. I've definitely watched the footy at the pub, but I don't think I ever realised that's like people I play against.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There you go.
I haven't
You'd
really
be a bit
realised.
judgmental actually if you
Yeah.
think
Well-
when you're sitting at the pub like you should be doing that. I know how easy it is for people to do that, and then you get out there and it's a lot harder than what it is.
Absolutely. Boys, let's do a little bit of an honesty thing here. If you had to comment on each other's playing style or speak of each other's key attributes, what would you say about each other? What would you say about Nate? And Nate, what would you say about Joey?
Nah, Jai's good. He's been good to me. He's hit me up a few times this year, which is good. And I don't know what he'd think about me, but I'm pretty happy with him.
Good.
Yeah, we've built that connection, me and Cads, a fair bit.
Yeah.
We're both pretty young still. We've got a few more years together, which is exciting. But yeah, Nate's a big leading key forward, and I'm super excited for the years to come with Nate. He's a good prospect.
Good. I like that.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks,
That's
mate.
right. Thanks, mate.
There you go. There you go. All right. Feeling a little love in the room tonight. Now, the AFL AFL is a sport. For some, it's a religion. And you lads get paid really good coin to do it. How good is the feeling of doing what you love and then being rewarded for it?
Yeah, you put it in perspective actually. What I was saying before with like you grew up playing the sport you love, and I used to live with a few mates who were footy players, and he was trying to do VFL and try and make AFL, and just how hard it is in a pathway like that to make it. It's like how much more effort it takes. Like you get up in the morning as me, and like you go to train, do your weights, and it's a lifestyle of being healthy as well. Like, and then he's a plumber, so he'd wake up, plumb, come back, eat, train, get back at 9:30, and do the same thing over again. So that put things in perspective to say how well you've actually got it. And in saying that though, when you're younger, like it's not luck. You've all worked hard to be in the position where you are. So my dad says that to me all the time. He's like, "Oh, you're in a lucky spot." I'm like, "Mate, like, I've worked hard for where I am, and I deserve it." So yeah.
That's that 720 players thing I was talking about before. I mean, you're privileged. You're in a wonderful position. Let's go over to you, Nate. Tell us about you.
Yeah, pretty similar to Dry. Like a lot of my mates tried to play AFL and come up short, and they're all plumbers now as well. So you kind of put in perspective, they kind of complain about it, how easy I've got it, especially lately because I haven't been doing much. But at the same time, I worked hard for it. I sacrificed a lot like when I was a kid growing up, when they were going out. And,
big word, sacrifice, because that's exactly what it takes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a big word for me anyways. But I sacrificed a lot as a kid and grew up, really wanting to be an AFL player, and I got there, and I'm proud of myself, I guess.
Good on you. I'm proud of you too, mate. Well done. Have you ever considered that doing what you love means that you also have to be believed in? So my question to you is, how much confidence does it give you for you to be your best, knowing that others believe in you?
I think that's a massive thing, actually, because I feel like this year I knew I could play consistent footy at a very high level. But you have to believe in that in yourself, and then you have to tell yourself that. I feel like that's where, with my psych, I did a lot of work in this space. And it's going to sound silly, but you tell yourself you're your best player on the ground, and you actually have to believe that, and all the work that you've put in to be where you are, and even during the week to get to the weekend. So with that, I've believed in my ability, and once you have a few good games, it rolls on, and that belief aspect was massive this year.
Brilliant, I love it.
You got to obviously believe in yourself. It's a key thing. If you don't believe in yourself, you lose all your confidence. But
knowing that someone believes in you and they give you all the ability for you to be able to go out and do what you love. Whether it's coaching staff, whether it's family, whoever that person is.
Yeah, of course. No, actually, Kyle Langford was probably the one, because I look up to him a fair bit on the footy field.
That's great.
And he came up to me, I think we were down in a game, and he came up to me and said, "You're the bloke who'll break this game open," and that kind of gave me a bit of momentum and confidence to go and play my best footy, and we ended up coming back. I think we were down by 30 points, came back, and I don't know if we won or not, but I remember at the time we got up, and it came up to me and said, let's keep going, we'll keep building. I believe in you, and that's all someone needs to.
How good's that? Well
keep
said.
going.
Well said. I watched Errol Gordon do it the other week going up to Brodie Grundy. You probably saw the footage. They had a bit of an open mic on him. And he went and just said the same thing. How you going? How you feeling? I want to support you. You're doing really well, Get back in there. Get into the contest. It's great. You need that support when you're out there, but that's someone believing in you. That's where the question comes from. When you're giving away the signed footies at the end of the game and you're walking towards the boundary line, what are you looking at? What are you looking for?
I look for the smallest child with the most badges.
Smallest child with the most badges. Yeah. Oh, Deb. All right, Deb. Okay, nice. What are you looking for, mate?
I normally get messages from my mates saying, "Throw it to me, throw it to me." And I kind of look up there to see if it's there, but it's normally like a little kid with heaps of badges on, or got heaps of the Guernsey on. I give it to them.
Okay, very nice. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
It's pretty cool. Early days, it was the old Joe Danaher's jumper, so I got that for a fair while. But I've seen a few this year. It's pretty cool, because I remember before when I was speaking about Lenny Hayes, he would have had a fair few. But then you think about when you're that little kid and how special that person was to them. So to see a few sixes roll around is pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I actually saw a lot of 30s this year. I was real surprised. I always try and give them the time of day and have a chat with them and everything, and sign it, and try and leave a good... because they obviously like me, so I try and be as good as I can. But it's a cool feeling. It's
absolutely. Nearly surreal in a lot of points too. Which club did you dislike the most when you were growing up?
Great question. I don't really know. I didn't like the doggies, actually. I wasn't much a fan of the doggies. Yeah. Growing up, don't mind them now. Probably the Cats or Collingwood through the St Kilda area. Actually, Collingwood.
Yeah. Collingwood. We'll go the long way around, but we got there.
Collingwood.
I'm with you.
No, mine was actually Collingwood. I liked actually a lot of their players, and I actually liked watching them, but I just couldn't stand the fans. So it was a lot of my friends were Collingwood supporters, and they'd post on their Instagram stories after every win, and I just hated it. So yeah.
I think I'm going to know the answer to a question that's coming up here very shortly. Then, but we'll see where we go with this. Which is the AFL club, you as a current day player, that you like to beat the most?
That Collingwood game was pretty special. That was good. That's probably the obvious one. But apart from that, what else? They're all pretty good when you get a win. But
who's the club that you like to beat the most?
Personally, probably Port Adelaide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good enough. Nate?
Yeah, well, I played in, I think, 5 wins this year, and Collingwood was the best. So I haven't played all the teams yet, but yeah, Collingwood for sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's a nice one to have. Now, this is that question I was about to allude to. On the count of 3, don't look at each other. Don't look at me. Don't look at the audience. But give me the answer at the same time on the count of 3. Which club, in your opinion, has got the most feral supporters? 1, 2, 3.
Port Adelaide.
I was going to say Collingwood. I was going to say Collingwood.
Collingwood or Port Adelaide?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that. All right, couple of last questions here for you. You're a recruiter at the Bombers. What sort of a player profile are you looking at to bring into the club for 2025? Is it the key backman or is it an on-baller, or let's just throw it out to you?
One of my good mates is I went to school with is in the NGA Academy, Isaac Kako. So a small forward. He'd be a good player for next year.
Okay, good. There we go.
I reckon probably, we got that Kako coming next year. I reckon probably another halfback maybe.
Okay.
Or even a small play, like a small forward, like Alex Neil-Bullen from the D's, something like that.
Okay.
He'd be pretty good in our team.
All right, didn't need to mention any names, but there you have it. You're off until, what now, boys? December, then back late January, early February. What do you think the focus is going to be for 2025?
Personally, or? Yeah. So I've just got to rehab my hip, which will take a few months, which isn't too bad, but that's just getting it strong and all that. But other than that, I feel like it's just keeping in touch with my craft and...
Okay.
I can't really do much apart from that. But when I get back into running, it's just getting back into full training and building my wind back up to play a full season once again.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, mine will just be building my body up. Put on a bit of weight maybe, and keep fit and keep running. And I think as a team we'll focus on finishing out the season a bit better.
Okay.
We had a really good start to the season and then fell apart, so we'll work on that as well.
Can I ask you, Nate, who's one of the footballers, key forwards maybe at the Essendon Football Club over the journey that you probably would say you admired, or someone you aspire to be either physically like or a player like?
At Essendon or anywhere?
For the fans, let's go Essendon.
Yeah, Essendon. If I can be like Langers, I'd be pretty happy with that. But a player that I actually want to be like is Charlie Curnow from Carlton. So
Good.
if I can be like that, I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Jai, anybody that you look up, idolise and think that's the kind of career I'd like to have?
Definitely Zach Merritt, multiple BNF winner, but even behind closed doors and the way he trains and leads the club is phenomenal. I remember my first day at the Bombers, how impressed I was with his training effort and standards, just like little drills and just chasing you down, like stuff that you don't need to do at training, but he would do in the drills, which caught my eye, and I'm sure that everyone else who comes in, it catches their eyes as well.
Brilliant. 2 last questions for you, boys. Just going to wrap it up. Who's your tip for the flag?
Great question. I'm going to go Geelong.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I was going to say Geelong as well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep, all right. Who's your tip for the Brownlow?
I was going for it the other day. I thought Lockie Neal was a smoky.
Yeah.
I don't think so anymore, but I reckon it'll be I reckon Cripps and... I reckon it'll be a tie. Cripps and... what's his
Neal.
name? Nah,
No?
Bontempelli.
Dacos.
Takers, okay.
I want
right.
Bontempelli to win. He's I've always wanted him to win one. He hasn't won one for the last couple of years.
Okay.
And he's been real close, so hopefully he can get over the line now.
Nice. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together for the boys? Noah and Zeppelin, you understand when Nate gets one right, you've got to flip over the paddle. And Madison, that's going to happen when Jai gets one right. Boys, you're going to have to buzz in when you think you know the answer. Let's get stuck in. Here comes your first question. How many premierships has your club won?
16.
Yes, Nate?
16.
Yeah, and then you've got to bring that up.
16.
The microphone. Yeah, do that
Oh,
and that.
16. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
16.
16.
Well done. Thank you. Perfect. You got it. All right. How many grand finals has your team played in?
23.
No, Nate. Very good.
24.
No. 30. Bad luck. All right. Who is your team's captain?
Zach Merritt.
Oh. All right. Yeah, he didn't buzz in, but he got it. Yeah, I have to give it to him. All right. Who wears the number 6 at your club?
Poco. 16?
No, who wears the number 6?
Oh, there's a...
Jai
I thought you
Caldwell.
said 16.
Give me it.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Very good, very good. Madison, you got a point. All right. Thank God for that. All right. Closest to within 1,000. How many members does your club currently have this year?
87,000.
Not bad. Jai?
83?
Yeah, 83,560.
Oh.
All right. So a point to you, Madison. Well done. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season this year?
11th.
11th. Yeah, well, I can only take one answer, but yeah. Nate, you got 11th. That's it. How many games did your team win this year at the end of the home and away season?
Yep.
Nate?
11.
11, yeah. Going well, isn't it? It's turning it over again. Yep. No, that's it. 5. Whew. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Yep.
Nate?
2000 against...
Hey! Who was that? Who's sitting in the corner?
My turn, 2000 Melbourne.
Yeah, 2000 Melbourne, you got it. All right. How many points did you win that grand final by?
11?
Nate?
21.
No. Now, Joey. How many do you reckon?
20.
60.
Oh, right.
Bad luck. No good. All right. Who won the Norman Smith medal in that grand final? Nate?
James Hurd.
Correct. Well done. All right. How are we going? 7 versus 4. All right. For 2 points, who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2024 and how many goals did they kick?
Yep.
Nate?
Was it Jake Stringer?
No.
Kyle Langford.
Yes.
42.
How many do you think?
Me, 9. 9.
You thought he kicked 9 goals?
I kicked 9. I did.
No. This started
Did he
from
ask?
you. I blame you on all this.
Did he ask me?
Who is your club's leading goal kicker in 2024 and how many goals did they kick? Kyle Langford is correct. How many goals do you think he kicked? 42 is incorrect. You think?
43.
Yes! Hey! Well done. All right. He got that. I don't even know if he's on 9. Let's just go with it. That's good enough for me. Two more questions, boys. This one's worth 3 points.
I need
okay?
this.
Before the controversy of Jobe Watson in 2012, I want to hear player, year and votes. Who was the last Essendon player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
James Hurd.
Yes, that would be correct for 1 point. The year and the votes.
2001.
I know the year.
No.
1996.
Correct. That's
22 votes.
You got 1 point, you've got 1 point, and it's open to how many votes you've given yours. How many do you think?
What did you say? 22. 25?
21. All right. So a point
polled
each.
That's a low count.
No, that's it. That was what it used to be.
This is your last question, boys. This is a multiple choice question. Who has captained the Essendon Football Club the most out of these 3 players? A, Dyson Happel. B, Jobe Watson. C, James Hurd.
Yep.
Yep.
Dyson Apple.
No.
Jobe Watson.
No. It's James Hurd. No winner. No winner. So what did we get? Ended up with 5 versus somewhere around 100. That's not bad. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. It's bloody awesome. Guess what? You all get to take home a footy each because you're all fantastic. Well done. I have to give 3 away now. Thank you very much. Good on you guys. Thank you very much for playing. That was fantastic. All right, now what's going to happen here, Harry, Jai's going to keep score for you. So microphone goes down, you're going to take over the score pad. Don't break it, it's cost me a lot of money. All right, so we start on 0, and we're going to flip it over each time that you get one right. Nate's going to keep score, 45 seconds, starts now. Number 28.
Xavier
Correct, number 24.
Nick Bryan.
Correct, number 21.
Dyson Heppel.
Correct, number 35.
Matt Guelphy.
Correct, number 12.
Will Setterfield.
Correct, number 9.
Pass.
Dylan Shield, number 1.
Andy McGrath.
Correct, number 5.
Elijah Sardis.
That's correct, number 2.
Sam Draper.
Correct, number 36.
One of the Davies.
That's not bad. Let's give it to you. Jaden Davey, number 3.
Sorry?
Yep.
Darcy Parish.
Correct, number 31. I'll give it to you. I won't give it to you, that'll do. All right, what'd you finish up with? What, 10? Yeah, okay, 10, not bad. All right, well done, B. So, Harry, you know how it works?
Yep.
Yeah, good. I was going to say, you just watch it and you don't know. You'll be right, okay? You've got 45 seconds on the clock. Don't let the lights and all the people watching you scare you, all right?
Okay.
You'll be okay. Get stuck in, mate. You've got 45 seconds on the clock. Your first one starts with number 25.
Stringer. Jake Stringer.
Jake Stringer is correct. Number 26.
Pass.
Kane Baldwin, number 17.
Todd Goldstein.
Correct. Number 6.
Jai Caldwell.
Correct. Number 19.
Pass.
Nick Hine, number 14.
John Ridley.
Correct. Number 11.
Jay Gresham.
Correct. Number 20.
Peter Wright.
Correct. Number 22.
Sam Durham.
Correct. Number 23.
Harrison Jones.
Correct. Number 27.
Mason Redmond.
Correct. Number 4.
Carl Langford.
Correct. Number 15. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Jane Laverde.
Yes! Well done. Well done, Harry. Good on you, mate. That was fantastic. B, you were beautiful as well. Congratulations to both of you. You both did an exceptional job. Harry, you are our winner, though, all right, from Say My Name. I've got a voucher here from Hamper World, who give us these lovely hampers each week. This one's valued at $100, all right? So you've won that, okay? Now, all you have to do is go to Hamper World, which is 372 Moreland Road in Brunswick. Go over there, check out the showroom, see Stephen, and you get a $100 hamper. The boys are going to pass it to you now. Congratulations, well done. Hey, B, I've got a football. I did have it, but I had to give it away. So I've got another football for you, and you can have that as a runner-up. Congratulations and well done. Thanks, guys. Congratulations to our Say My Name winner. You've just scored yourself a $100 gift card, courtesy from Hamper World. They have hundreds of hampers available for every occasion. Head down to their showroom, which is located at 372 Moreland Road in Brunswick, to choose something special for that someone special. Thanks from Hamper World.
Hi, we're here at That's Good for Footy, and I'm just going to ask people what they thought of the show.
Oh, it's always a good show with Damo and Sandy. Like, literally no one beats them in the business. We've been coming since the early days. Now I bring my 5-year-old daughter Isabella, who was up on stage tonight.
You're a Collingwood supporter. Thank you so much for coming to an Essendon night.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good, you know, in rival water, so it's a bit of a weird night, but it was a really good night, though.
So you'll be coming to a Collingwood show, no doubt, next year?
Yes, I reckon the first one that's here, I'll come down for it.
Oh, awesome. Phenomenal banter. Great to see the players as people, it's Maddie's first show, so it was really awesome to see their interaction with the crowd, with each other, and see her up on the stage as part of that.
I just loved the show tonight. I just loved meeting two players I've really embraced with their football this year, and just to see them as they're just natural people, but also talking about their career, I've thoroughly enjoyed, and they're both delightful young men and quite funny. So it's really good to be here tonight to see this.
Just to let you know, we're back here next week for probably our last show for 2025 here at the Mulgrave Country Club. It's on September the 25th. It's a Hawthorn show. It's Jai Newcomb and Nick the Wizard Watson. They will be here. So remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, only do so through the That's Good for Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au. Could you please, for the last time tonight, could you thank Sam, my sound engineer, and the lovely Sandy? Please, appreciate all of that. And while you're feeling that way, I know some of you are tired and you can't wait to get out of here. Could you put your hands together for Nate Caddy and Joe Caldwell? Guys, fantastic tonight. Really appreciate it. Great ambassadors of the Essendon Football Club. Boys, first time on the show though. Whoa, what'd you think?
I loved it, to be honest. Coming up here, telling some stories, growing up footy, and hope everyone had a good night. So thanks for coming.
Well done. Thank you, Joe.
It was good fun. The crowd made it very easy, and I'd love to do it again. But it was good fun.
Good on you, Nate.
Had a bit of fun. Yeah.
Thank you. Well done. Thanks, boys. All right. Well, this has been the That's Good Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you very much. Cheers, everyone, and good night. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.
What you bring.